Order of operations is what we're going to talk about tonight. Let's go. Hi guys, my name is John and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we talk about career tips, study tips or examination tips like your IELTS, OET, and CBT. We also talk about concepts like mathematics and health and life sciences. So before you start, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future updates. So for tonight, we're going to have our math series and we're going to talk about the order of operations. So it's also known as PEMDAS, or in other countries or territories, it's called BODMAS. Okay, so what are we waiting for? Let's start. So the order of operation will give you a solid foundation for your pre-algebra. Okay, so before we start, let's talk about the meaning or definition of the word operation. I know in sciences, you may hear the word operation, particularly in medicine. Operation may pertain to surgery or a surgical procedure. But let's talk about operation in math. So when we were in our first grade, we know that the 4 types of operation include addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Okay? Let's talk about the order of operation per se. So there is a particular order or sequence of performing these operations, and it's called PEMDAS, or in other countries such as here in the UK, it's called BODMAS. And these are acronyms and they will help us remember the order of operations. So PEMDAS stands for parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Okay, and then the BODMAS counterpart, we have bracket, order, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So that means the units or the numbers in the parentheses or the bracket, we have to do them first, and then we do the one with the exponent, and then we perform division or multiplication, and then to be followed by addition or subtraction. Okay, so remember that division and multiplication have the same ranking, so that means you may either divide or multiply first, and then you have addition and subtraction. Addition and subtraction have the same ranking as well. But always remember, we divide or multiply first, and then we add or subtract. Okay, let's go to the first example. Example number 1. So we have 3 times the quantity of 4 plus 5. So for this tutorial, I'll be using PEMDAS because I'm used to the acronym PEMDAS. Okay, so P for parentheses, so we have 4 plus 5, so we do 4 plus 5 first. We rewrite this as 3 times 4 plus 5 is 9, and then there's no exponent, so we may proceed to division or multiplication. So we multiply 3 and 9. 3 times 9, 27. Okay, so we don't do 3 times 4 equals 12 plus 5, and the answer becomes 17. So that's not the right answer. Okay, so this one on your right, it doesn't follow PEMDAS or BODMAS. Okay, therefore the answer is incorrect. Example number 2. We have 2 times 3 squared. So there's no parentheses, but there's an exponent. You have 3 squared. So we're gonna do that. Okay, so we write 2 times 3 squared. 3 times 3 is 9. 2 times 9 is 18. Okay, so we don't do 2 times 3, 6 squared. The answer is 36. So again, that's incorrect. Okay, we don't simply do left to right procedure for these operations. Okay, always remember PEMDAS or BODMAS. Next, example number 3, we have 10 plus 20 times 0. Okay, so PEMDAS, no parentheses, no exponent, no division, but we see multiplication. Okay, and addition. So we do the multiplication bit first. So we have 20 times 0, that's 0. So 10 plus 0, the answer is 10. Okay, so avoid just doing left to right Okay, so some of you may do 10 plus 20 is 30 times 0, and the answer is 0, and that's incorrect. Okay, so this one again on your right doesn't follow PEMDAS rule, or the right order of operations. Okay, so guys, take note of this. If the problem only has multiplication or division, go from left to right. Or if the problem only has addition or subtraction as the operations, go from left to right. Okay? Example number 4. So 40 divided by 5 times 2. So we only have two operations, division and multiplication. And what did we say about them? They are of the same rank. Okay? So that means you're going left to right. Okay? You're going to do the operation from left to right. So that means we're going to do 40 divided by 5, that's 8, and then multiply by 2. 8 times 2, 16. So we don't multiply first in this case, okay? So it's not 40 divided by 10 is equal to 4, okay? So that's incorrect, okay? So when you see division and multiplication in the same problem, you need to go from left to right, okay? So before we end, let's check your understanding. Let's answer these exercises. So example number 5, we have 3 plus 6 divided by 3 times 2. Okay, so I'm going to give you 30 seconds to answer. Timer starts now. Okay, time's up. What's your answer? Did everybody get 7? Okay, so 7 is the answer. Let's show the solution. So we have the following operations: addition, division, and multiplication. And as we said before, division and multiplication are of the same rank. So you need to go from left to right. That means you need to divide first before you multiply. Okay? So let's do the division bit first, okay? So we have 6 divided by 3, that's 2. So we have 3 plus 2 times 2. So between addition and multiplication, we do multiplication first. So we have 3 plus 4, okay? That's why the answer is 7, okay? Another example, we have example number 6, 9 plus quantity 3 times 2 squared minus 3. So PEMDAS, we do the units or the numbers in the parentheses first. Okay, so we'll do 3 times 2 squared minus 3. And then E, exponent. So there's an exponent, you can see 2 squared. So we'll do that bit first. Okay, so that's 9 plus quantity 3 times 2 squared is 4 minus 3. Okay. So in the parentheses, you have multiplication and subtraction. So we'll do multiplication first, okay? So the 3 times 4. So we have 9 plus quantity, 3 times 4 is 12, minus 3. And that gives us 9 plus 9, 12 minus 3 is 9, and the answer 18, okay? Next, example number 7. We have quantity 3 plus 2, quantity squared, minus 5 times 3 plus 2 raised to 0. So for this example, I'll give you 1 minute to solve it. Okay, timer starts now. Okay, time's up. So the answer is 11. So the answer is 11. Okay, so PEMDAS, we have parentheses, so we have 3 plus 2 first. Okay, so let's add 3 plus 2. So we have 5 squared minus 5 times 3 plus 2 raised to 0. Next, E, exponent. So let's do 5 squared and 2 raised to 0. So we have 5 squared, we have 25, and then 2 raised to 0. If you review our law, if you still remember our laws of exponents, so any unit or number or variable or letter raised to 0, the answer is 1. Okay, so 2 raised to 0 is 1. So we have 25 minus 5 times 3 plus 1. So the operations that we've got, we have subtraction, multiplication, and addition. So among those three, what are we going to do first? Yes, we're going to do multiplication. So we do 5 times 3 first. Okay, so we have 25. So we do 5 times 3 first. So we have 25 minus 15 plus 1. Okay, and then we are left with subtraction and addition, and you may just go from left to right. So 25 minus 15 is 10 plus 1, 11. That's why 11 is the correct answer. So if you have any questions or clarifications, feel free to comment down below, okay? And then example number 8, we have quantity 4 squared minus 6 plus 5, quantity divided by quantity 3 squared plus 8 minus 7 times 2. So in this example, we have two groups of units within the parentheses. So in this example, we have two groups of units or numbers inside the parentheses, okay? And we also notice that there are numbers raised to exponents, okay? So we have 4 raised to 2 and 3 raised to 2. So because all the units are inside the parentheses, then we have to work out these units inside the parentheses. So we start with the exponent, okay? So 4 squared is 4 times 4 or 16, and 3 squared is 3 times 3, and that's 9, okay? So we have quantity 16 minus 6 plus 5, quantity divided by quantity 9 plus 8 minus 7 times 2. So in this case, we'll do multiplication. So we cannot divide first because we need to work out the numbers inside the parentheses, okay? So let's highlight multiplication. That's 7 times 2, which is 14. So we have quantity 16 minus 6 plus 5, quantity divided by quantity 9 plus 8 minus 14. So now we are left with addition and subtraction inside the parentheses. So we can proceed from left to right. So for the first one, 16 minus 6 is 10, plus 5 is 15. And then the second one, 9 plus 8 is 17, minus 14 is 3. So we have 15 divided by 3, and the answer is 5. So there you go, guys. This ends our video for today, and if you like the content of the video, feel free to like the video and share it to your family or friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye!